Hello, everyone. Why does it feel like I'm forgetting? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I just came up with that idea earlier today. Couldn't resist. Anyways, hello. Welcome back to Momodora, Reverie, Under the Moonlight. Last time we ended up defeating a witch by using a leaf, and in return we have been turned into a cat. We've gotten a way to control whether we become a cat or not, though, and so it's now a useful movement tool, as with all good Metroidvania style games. And then we explored and got all the 4 fragments of the Karst seal, which allowed us access to the Royal Pinacoteca. I used to know how to pronounce that, but the Royal Art Gallery, painting gallery. And we are on our way to seek out the missing queen. A curse has befallen our kingdom, and it's spread all the way to our village in Lun. And she's sealed away somewhere in her chambers all up in the castle. So, if there's anyone we can appeal to, she might be our only choice. If it's not too late. Let's find out, shall we? Look at me actually getting everything set up in advance. Before we advance further into the Royal Art Gallery, though, there's a few different things that I want to attend to. Completion stuff and such. That's how I dash. Okay.
We've come a long way.
Stipom just subscribed for 13 months.
13 months. More than a year. I've been at this. Thank you very much for your support, as always. And here's hoping I can show y'all many, many wonderful video games to come. Soft tissue, but the ring did notify us of another secret in this room. As a reminder, we have a passive item, Ring of Candor. A ring often sought for its aesthetic value. Few know of its secret uses. Emits a sound when near secrecy. As for the other item we got, soft tissue. Active effect creates an artificial healing zone. Enchanted fabric used by Eslan nuns in their liturgies. Greetings from the gym. I gotta get back into that sort of stuff. Cats should be able to climb ladders in this game, I agree. A ladder will not stop a determined cat. Under the sacred protection of our Lord, let us pray for the souls of those departed, and for those wasted by the dark. Please, my Lord, have mercy on the soul of my poor sister, so she can rest in peace. That tissue you possess. It certainly belonged to my younger sister. Would you be willing to give it to me? Handed in the soft tissue. Thank you for your kindness. This door is now open. Let's see here. Ideas Pearl and Pocket and Sensory. Like my deceased sister, you pose a threat to the crown. I can't idle around when you do as you please. Pray your soul will go in peace. And yes, like the other bosses, I will be doing this hitless, but I'm currently trying to learn the patterns here. Yes, her name is Choir. Ideas Pearl, Pocket and Sensory. Save again, that way we don't have to do that. And then last time, near the very end, we did discover inside of a wall a hidden spell that we can cast. Up, up, down, down, left, right. Okay, I might need to dodge that first bit before I do my cast of every spell. So she doesn't have contact damage passively, but when she raises her shields, that's when she gains it. And while she has her shields up, she is immune to all damage. This makes her uniquely resistant to rapid burst damage, which is my usual tactic for this kind of thing. That said, she does seem to have a fair amount of consistency to when she drops the shield, so... Let's see if the threat even works on her. Okay, those will need to be rolled through. Her shield completely vanishes for this phase, so it might be worth using all my bursts at this point. Shield does contact damage, but she herself does not. That's correct. It's raining Pez. Okay. I should save my burst damage for when she enters phase 2, I say out loud. I then proceed to, out of complete and utter muscle memory of a boss fight starting, activate all of my abilities. Okay, that's 3 layers that it forms on my side. So being decently close to her is a good tactic for that one, or very, very far away. One of the two. Lord Ethlin, have mercy on me. I couldn't tell whether I was working on her, but either way, that requires me to get very, very close to her. So yeah, it's probably not a good idea to have it at all. Let's see. Could be useful. A little bit dubious, though. Okay, after she teleports, I can get away with one Bachman patch use. And that's it. Close. No! I failed to turn around. I flicked an appendage across the thumbstick, but it wasn't enough to actually turn me. Whoa! Got blood-stained tissue. Cast offensive sorcery. Fabric drenched in the holy blood of Archpriest Esquire. Fearing the power of the crown, she clung to the queen's side and worshipped her as a goddess. Unlike her older sister, Fennel. Okay. Fabric drenched in the holy blood of Archpriest Esquire. Fearing the power of the crown, she clung to the queen's side and worshipped her as a goddess. Unlike her older sister, Fennel remained loyal to her faith and resisted the queen. That might be a new boss fight item. Let's get some map completion done, shall we? Andor and Astral Charm, Cat Sphere, Bellflower. And yeah, Violet Sprite. Hope y'all are having a lovely day. Unfortunate. Good to hear, and good to hear, Kippers and Conley. I saw that. You also picked up another game that I streamed, I noticed. Hey, hey. Red Ring. Restores a small amount of HP per kill, but enemies won't drop money. Ring made of blood, possessing the ability to drain the remnants of fallen enemies. Got all of those already. A ring literally made of blood, yes. Okay, I see a couple avenues I can go down here. Non-cats can teleport too, just teleportation was another ability I gained. And you just don't have to switch off of cat mode in order to teleport. a passageway, believe it. No, that's me manually turning to cat immediately. That way I can start running. Because I've got speedrunner brain. Presumably whatever's below requires me to get green cube. Whatever green cube is. Okay, there is another few empty spaces down there. Close enough, I might as well just travel this way. Make sure that I've got the right item equipped. Yes, Ring of Pandora is equipped. Life is simpler in the cube. There never was a way to open the gates from. Never went down here. Dull Pearl, as a reminder, is just a duplicate of Adia's Pearl. So a way to get poison arrows without needing to... without actually killing the secret boss. Or killing that boss without taking damage, rather. The first one, Adia. And then as a little bit of housekeeping here, I think the next Wednesday is either going to be a duplicate, sort of a Wednesday grab bag kind of deal, another single stream game, or skipped entirely, because we will probably finish this game this session, and the next main feature, we need an additional week at least in order to get prepared, as it is a project for multiple people. So, next week might either be skipped or a Wednesday grab bag, in summary. Once again, Pocket and Sensory. If you didn't receive it as a boss reward, you can buy it at a huge markup here. A cool and stylish triangle in the background in that painting. I'm honestly surprised that didn't insta-kill me. I figured it probably would. Oh. Strange. There's genuinely nothing here, not even if I press down and jump in order to pass through the floor or anything like that. Weird. That one might genuinely be a mapping oversight. The skull appears to be laughing. Long way down. Black sachet. Heavily increased attack power at the risk of losing HP. Sachet applicable to one's chest. Its scent might induce sudden frenzy. Yo ho ho ho, it is a skull joke. What is a skeleton's favorite food? Go on, guess! Guess! I love that video. It looks like it might be a developer portrait, and placing it directly above a floor that will send you back if you fall down it seems appropriate. Developer laughing at me. Didn't fall for it this time, buddy. Sealed Wind. Active effect. Casts wind sorcery. A wooden box used for storing divine spells. Holds strong wind. What a strange green object. I will not think about this any further. Nice. Suppose we should at least try the thing out. Defensive field, maybe? Making fart jokes on the Royal Gallery, for shame. Have some respect for the Queen. The thing needed to turn that lever. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to continue on, not knowing at all what you're talking about. Just roll with it, okay? Will never respect a monarch. Alright, yeah, that's completely fair. It is a nice looking gallery at least. Weird that I'm suddenly changing what items I'm holding. So you are the one who engaged with Fennel. Turn back now, foreigner. Her Highness does not want to be disturbed. Such impudence. Magnolia! Doing the old salty run back. Violet Sprite. Crystal Seed, back on. This fight is interesting because she's armored. You need to either use magic or be very careful about your timing of your hits. And you've only got so much magic to use. Let me go and just change all this in advance. There. But yeah, this is a kind of tough fight to ace. Not what I meant to do, not what I meant to do. Also, the range that she tends to stick to means that the Bachmann patch, which is usually a decently far-ranged item, will overshoot her more often than not. So to get the best chance of this, I need to Crystal Seed and then Bachmann patch from as far away from her as physically possible. Okay, Sparse Thread does work on her, and it does a lot. Good to know. So it looks like what this is going to be is... Crystal Seed, Bachmann, Fairy Summon, Sparse Thread. Sealed Wind could be good, but it does have a long cast time, so I'm hesitant. The Duchess is very easy to poise break, though. One hit does it. Oh. She somehow managed to sneak past all of the violet sprites. Hey guys, username. Wrong one. Oh my goodness, that's interesting. Accidental speedrun tech. No! Oh my god, I switched to the wrong item. Is that even known about? I wonder. Know your kind. Just like the pardoner, you stand against our queen, blinded by faith. Queen would never hurt us. Weapon of Magnolia, captain of the archery of Karst. Raised in the wood, she joined Karst's order of knights and partnered with the loyal Lupiar. Probably mispronouncing the Duchess's name. Into the castle. Meow. Welcome to Karst Castle, human. That black dress. A sacrifice maiden from Lune, I presume. Perhaps even your methods won't be enough to save us. To truly purify this curse, perhaps you would need a special blessing. Something hidden nearby. Yeah, I think that was actually one of those mythological creatures that are like a mix between an owl and a cat. I think it was one of those. Sort of like a tiny griffin. red moon shines above us. Didn't realize those things exploded. The bellflower. Our odds of the queen being alive, much less able to be reasoned with, is drastically dropping, judging by how absolutely and utterly abandoned the castle is. Phew. Long climb. Coho? Please. In my suffering. Passiflora. Fully restores the user's HP. A rare flower harvested from the dried white leaf park. I find this fascinating. a very specifically deep red version of her next to a coffin stood up against the wall. It makes me wonder if all the rest of those versions of her are like echoes of this original. There was only ever one lady of the court that's been throwing magic at us, and those are just duplicates of her, maybe? Secret. I do not know if this counts as a boss, so... as a precaution, I will ace it. So, if you hit the wrong version of her, as you can tell, her, as you hit the wrong version of this boss, they will counteract by sending a big swarm of eye bats at you. There are actually 2 different tells for which one is the correct one to hit. One is a intentional design decision, and the other is a tell that even the developer didn't know about. But yeah, you've probably worked out at this point that the game intended tell is the color of the precast burst along with the color of the magic itself. The secret tell that not even the developer knew about is she spawns lower. Get ready for a very cute noise when I win this fight, by the way. But yeah, that alternative tell was actually brought up, I think, at Games Done Quick when Half Coordinated played through this. The developer saw that the speedrunner was, or that speedrunners had somehow found a way to tell which one before the first magic cast. And was like, how are you actually doing that? Oh, I can hit multiple times. I should probably do that. Cute sound coming up. I love it when demonic creatures of indistinct gender make cute noises. Honestly, isn't that far off from that one viscous death sound? The one that I keep describing as a deer being launched halfway across the forest. We're here. 99% map completion. We are far too late to ever reason with her. I believe there is not a reason to. Aho, the high priestess from the village of Lun, failed in her mission of sealing away the curse. The world of the living was further infested by spirits of the dead, who continued to spread misery throughout the world. You walk far enough to get the map completion. Something we've missed, though. I believe if you spare the Lady Knight, you get one bellflower and she dies anyway. Or you get nothing, I can't remember. I do think I recall that, that is the better of the options. Windmill cube, correct. Also, technically we're missing one ivory bug, and I'm not sure where it is. Bathe maple leaf and hibisco tea. Fresh spring leaf. Green leaf blessed by sacred tea, able to purify those deeply corrupted by the curse. This special leaf contains stronger repelling powers than a common maple leaf's. This blessed leaf is able to purify the source of the curse. Map completion 100%. However... Unfortunately, I do not remember exactly where in Whiteleaf Park this was. So we've got some ivory bugs to turn in. Know that down there is where we got cat form and where we escaped afterwards. Also, there's an item that I remember that we haven't actually gotten or used yet. Ah, more bugs. Thanks, kind girl. Here's the reward I promised. Bellflower. Ah, more bugs. Thanks, kind girl. Here's the reward I promised. Hazel badge. Please, if it's not too much work, can you bring more of those for me? You shall not go unrewarded. A trinket, as useless as it may be, can still hold a place in our heart. This shiny little badge in particular seems to depict an owl. Range. Okay. There's still a few things that we can poke around at. Have you heard? The partner's older sibling has returned. She is one of the court authorities on behalf of the convent. Perhaps you'll be interested in meeting her. Yeah, she was, interested in meeting me for sure. Neophyte, do you seek salvation? You can achieve salvation from eternal damnation by donating to St. Estlin. A recommendation of at least 15 monies is needed for that. No. May the Lord have mercy on you. I think it's over here. Wow. I'm very proud of myself. Welcome to the development room. Congratulations on making it this far. Hey, remember the thing that I always say, friends? Games are made by people. This is where you get to meet the development team. If you wish to go back, proceed to the left. Ardine. Hello. I hope you are enjoying Momodora. Whatever we make next, I hope you'll look forward to it, too.
To another place.
PKBT. Oh? My developer room quote? I haven't thought of one yet. Ardine says I need a vacation. I guess I could say that. Hernan. You can achieve anything as long as you believe in it. Don't give up, my friend. See you again in the future. Burns. I didn't do anything for this game. Notorious knave. Boo. To the developer room. Okay, I need to look something up. Bear with me for 1 second here. Subterranean grave. I missed something there. Hope I can find it quickly. Do have Ring of Candor equipped. There it is. Dirty shrooms. It's leaking some slimy white substance. Imp girls are fond of it. Right, I've already done that. What was that? A dirty shroom? Please give it to me? Gave the dirty shroom. Thank you, human girl. Here, take this for your kindness. Rotten bellflower. Active effect. Inflicts poison on the user. A favorite of the previous king of Karst. His baptismal name is kept in absolute secrecy to avoid misfortune. As labeled, poisons you. But remember, Purity Flask item exists. Heal whenever poisoned. So if you don't have Idia's Pearl or you don't have the Dole Pearl, this is a way in order to essentially give yourself 3 more bellflowers through poison and waiting to give yourself bonus health. Ah, how's it going? I see. You've come from far away, and even your homeland is being affected by our curse. I'm sorry. Hey, that Hazel badge! I wonder if you'd be willing to trade it for this special item I possess? Thank you. Blessing Charm. Have faith, Kaho. I know things will turn out better soon. Protective tool given to infants of the Karstian royal bloodline. This is essentially a stronger and easier to manage version of the violet one. And they can be doubled up. I do not remember what the last ivory bug item is, but, you know, there's only so much. Actually, I think it's a second Passiflora. Speaking of which, I don't think we've actually looked at what the Passiflora does. Fully restores the user's HP. I believe that's what it is. Okay, I can make that. But not any further. Okay. I think we've got a long climb ahead of us. I don't think what's to the left is a valid route upward, but I'll check. Maybe it is. Ow. And yes, the green version of the leaf does do more damage. Oh my god. Okay. I was right, that doesn't lead upward. Because in the middle there, that being a four-way corridor is kind of misleading. It's a pair of two-direction corridors. Oh, too close. All right then. Here we are. What forms does the curse take? What are some of the repeating ways that people are suffering? Dead or alive again, that's true. There's a couple of others, though, for sure. Red mist forming into birds or wolves. Oh. I used the wrong item. The shape of her true form, I think, gives a hint on a grander theme that the game goes into, which is look at the style of dress that she's wearing. It's a particular type, one that has a sort of support structure within it. And what shape does that support structure produce for that dress? What does it resemble when the fabric is gone? A bell? I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah, perhaps. There's another answer to it that fits more thematically with the way a number of people have either died or become cursed. A cage. It's a curse of entrapment. A curse of being unable to escape. Bell is actually a really, really good point that I don't think I've thought about. In that the bells are a holy symbol for us, but a bell-shaped cage dress is a unholy symbol present. In addition, in the subterranean grave... One moment here, actually. I'm getting a little overheated. There we go. In Subterranean Grave, we fought a bird monster, and over at the karst, the fragment of the karst royal seal, there was a abandoned, half-broken birdcage on the ground. Let's see here. Frida, that was it. Frida, deemed worthless, was thrown into the tombs underneath the Capitol. It's hardly possible to tell if it ever took the form of a human or of something else. And as a reminder, Queen Lubella, as her dying act, threw us into a cage and turned us into an animal. My mantra of games are made by people also applies here, too. Games are designed with intent, and spotting these themes, I feel, is an important skill to have, and enhances your enjoyment of an experience. I enjoy theorizing stuff. When the curse from east reached the village of Lun, a priestess was sent on a sacred mission to seal it away. The priestess triumphed over the dark, stopping the spread of the curse by drawing it into her body, but she faded away in the process. Now only a faint memory of her story remains, passed on as tradition. Even so, her spirit of determination lingers on, guiding younger priestesses toward finding peace. The sacrificial maiden of Lun. This also puts this game as ancient past in the setting of the other Momodora games, if I understand correctly. Kaho is essentially a supposed saint, as far as the other games are concerned, that once banished a horrible curse, and is the only reason we are alive today. Sort of a mythical figure, I think. But I have not yet actually played the other Momodora games. I had mentioned before, but this one was a bit of a new direction for these, as the other ones were closer to being in the style of a fan game of Cave Story. So, smaller sprites, a bit more of a focus on platforming challenges. I think they still had the Metroidvania sort of map and exploration deal to them, but they were very distinctly a different structure, or a different look at the very least. Reverie Under the Moonlight was a massive graphical step upward from the previous ones. Three had that style, but not 1 or 2, if I remember correctly. I know some of these names. It's always cute when that happens. And you can just point at a list of backers or whatever and just go, hey, I know you. You're a game developer. I recognize you. That person in the special thanks. I've played one of your games too. Thank you for playing. Would you like to save over your current file? By doing so, you'll start a new journey from the very beginning, with some changes. Starting with fresh spring leaf, still have the ivory bugs, and you get a small coin, simple gift of subjective significance. In addition, we still have all our items. All of them. And the map is already revealed. So if you want to make a second quick run through the game, they give you the option to. I was going to get to that, Spruce Zeus. There are 2 more games released by Bomb Service since this came out in 2010? Is that right? Let's check. Store page. No. 2016. 2010 may have been the release of the first Momodora or Bomb Service game. But they're an active developer, and there is one more game in the Momodora series called Moonlight Farewell that I have not yet played, and there is a separate side-scrolling platformer or Metroidvania action game, whatever you want to call it, in a different setting called Minoria. So those can come another day. I should actually play through those. But if I like them, which I'm almost certain to, I'll consider on whether I want to stream them as well. In any case, though, with the completion of this game, that's going to be it for today's stream. Thanks, y'all, for joining me, as always. And let's see here. As previously mentioned, I'm not entirely sure what my plan is for next Wednesday, as that is kind of a orphaned day because I don't want to start a new long-form project as I do on Wednesdays, because another one will be coming up in either 2 weeks or 3. And so just the scheduling doesn't quite line up. So it'll either be a Monday grab bag style look at a single session game, or perhaps it'll just be skipped. Who knows? In any case, that's all I got for you today. Let's see who you can raid to. Goral's stream team is new long form is the promised Doki Doki Panic playthrough, right? Yeah, truly. Let's just play the most obscure games, such as Doki Doki Panic, that nobody has ever heard of and nobody will recognize in any way as being the original form that a separate game, wildly popular, was essentially sprite edited over. For any who don't know, Doki Doki Panic is a video game that released in Japan that, for US audiences, was sprite edited and turned into Mario 2. Mario 2 is the weird ROM hack of Doki Doki Panic. Essentially. Official ROM hack. Anyways, Girl's stream team is playing Vintage Story, and they appear to be hunting hogs for charity. So hop on over there and tell them a slime sent you, as they do Minecraft-esque anarcho-primitivism block building and forge making and hog hunting, apparently. Until next time, my friends. And as always, just thank you very much in supporting my mission. Till next time. How many times can I say till next time before I close the stream?